you could take your little hot dab, or is that for me? Is that for you?
Yes, sir. I'll pack you one momentarily.
Let me turn off that music.
Oh, I don't have one.
No, I turned it off.
I put my phone on silent. So.
Oh, that's for you? How does it feel to fail? On your first little dab.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Alright, so it's recording, and that's gonna be in the intro.
For sure.
So, tell everyone what you write, who you are, pretty much, and what crews you represent.
Alright, folks. I am the one you call Orthy. Orth. Whatever you want to say or pronounce. I'm originally from San Jose. Moved out to the Central Valley a few years back. And here's where I started this movement, pretty much. I rep for TAR, Stdr, Hysu, Nbac.
You say you moved from the Bay Area to the Central Valley.
Yes.
That's like, I feel it's like two different worlds. Because obviously that when you're out there, it's a city life, so it's always moving. It's pretty much like the city that don't sleep.
It's definitely the fast life over there. That's fast life for all the young graphers that start off. It's more of like everybody wants to hustle, everybody wants to be on top, everybody's moving, consistently doing something.
Always doing something. You come down here, you're on the country, nothing but farms. Yeah, it's a slow life out here, so it's very different, very different. And then that's city life.
Yeah, the city life is cool, but I honestly feel like the Central Valley has a lot more freedom. A lot more freedom than the big cities do. The big cities, it's just too hot, man. Out here you can do a lot, man. A lot of freedom. You can ride quads in fields. You can fucking hit local rivers. A lot of runner cutty spots. You shoot guns, bro. Loud music.
Yeah, it's the shit, pretty much the stuff you can't do. Well, look how the coronavirus is going on right now. Look how the Bay Area is locked down versus how we're locked down. No one's fucking, everyone out here in the Central Valley, everyone's still doing everything.
Everybody's pushing like it's normal.
Like nothing's going on. You go to the Bay Area, for sure.
It's locked out, it's curfew, it's tickets, all kinds of shit.
Fuck it. The fucking virus, my guy.
It's just taking over, bro. At first, I'm still one of those people that thinks it's not super serious, especially because we could be immune to it and beat it. But I feel like it's the media and other people overhyping it.
I agree.
Overhyping the fuck out of it.
I just came back from Iowa, so I'm flying airplanes kind of on the regular. So if anyone has the most high exposure, it's me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's not stopping me from traveling or moving around the states.
Yeah, for sure.
I know the society as a whole is scared because even on the airplanes, I had no more than 4 people on each airplane that I took.
And that must have been a little comfortable too.
Very comfortable, especially for my little Cujo dog, my little boy. My dog flew first class pretty much. He had his own goddamn seat.
First class flying, you feel me? Something slight. Your dog ain't flying first class.
He you also have a little fur baby, huh?
Yeah, I have a small little French bulldog. His name is Chester. He's a good ass dog, bro. All dogs are very good dogs. They're super loyal and for sure your best friends.
Before you met me, were you into dogs like that?
I was, but I didn't have an indoor dog. I didn't have an indoor pet.
Yeah, same here. I was always raised. My dogs always had to be outside, and they always had to be on a leash. So you never really associate the same connection as you do how I have mine now. He's always with me. Yeah, I'm always on one-on-one. I don't treat him like a dog.
Yeah, exactly. I don't treat him like a dog. The only indoor pet that I've had before was back when I lived in San Jose. I had an iguana. Her name was Needles. She had long ass nails, and I got the name from the System of a Down song.
That's so good though.
Fucking
Needles and iguana.
Yeah, that was my only pet. My only indoor fucking pet, you know. And I had that bitch for a while until I guess I was overfeeding her because she eventually got too fat to where she couldn't move her own body weight, and then she had a stroke from that shit. I went and got a whole autopsy done at the vet.
You did?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had that thing for like 5 years. It was supposed to live for hella years, you know?
Yeah, I thought they live a long life.
I made it obese and it didn't move. And its body was too big for its heart.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of like Andre the Giant.
You made your iguana fucking a diabetic.
I was feeding it every day, like hella shit, and then I would let people that would come check it out. I would let them feed it and give it snacks, and you know what I mean. And I guess I wasn't supposed to be doing it. Just like dogs how they have their little their schedule on their feed.
Yeah,
I guess that's how I should have treated it.
Do you ever take your dog out exploring to the spots that you go? You go out exploring sometimes, huh? How you feel about exploring? And
I have at times, but it's always in the back of my head, like if I ever have to leave or run, that would be an issue. And one time I took him to a spot where there was a lot of there was like a few dead animals down there, just the skeleton, you know, and just a lot of trash and shit. And I just don't want him going or snooping through any of that and catching parvo or some stupid shit, you know?
Hepatitis.
So I like to just keep him at home. I'll take him walking every single day for like 2-3 times a day, but other than that, he just stays home or drives around with me.
So right now we're smoking J's, but what type of form of weed do you like to smoke more? Like wax, flower, you know, concentrate?
Definitely more concentrates. definitely more, but I enjoy flower from time to time. A lot of my buddies roll it. They like rolling blunts and shit. I fuck with it, I'll smoke it, but it's not my preference. I prefer joints if I'm gonna roll flower.
What about vape pens?
Vape pens, you gotta have the real deal. Real deal pen at least, you know. As long as it's like from a respected, you know, dispensary and shit. A respectable brand. I would smoke one, but other than that, like any homemade stuff or any like bootleg stuff, I'm good off of. I'm one of those smokers that's more about my health, you know. That's why I choose to vaporize wax more than burn flower and papers, you know.
Yeah. You know, I think the only time, majority of the time you smoke flowers is when you smoke with me, huh? Because I'm a veterano. I'm fucking old school fucking when it was illegal. Before concentrates existed, so I prefer flowers.
A lot of my old school buddies like flower. It's only the real weed nerds that are the dab heads.
The only time I smoke wax is when I'm chilling with you, pretty much. You or PU. Other than that, I'm fucking smoking flower. Or when I'm at work, I don't smoke flower because I don't want the smell on me. But that's it. You youngsters are the ones that converted me into the young ways. What type of graffiti style do you prefer? Like bombing? Do you prefer piecing? Do you prefer tagging? Like rollers? I know I got you to do the first roller the other day.
That was fun. Different and fun.
What do you prefer? Well, I'll say, what's your go-to? What do you consider yourself as?
I like to just drop bombs, bro. I like to just not like throwy bombs, but like, you know, like drop a nice little burner. I was never really good with bubble letters. I was alright with straights, and then I just started making those straights fucking detailed and adding shit to it to where it became a little sophisticated, you could say, and evolved my style from there. I incorporated a lot of album covers. Check this out too. Look at my artwork and look at a lot of album covers. A lot of heavy metal or like rock band album covers. You'll see a lot of similarities in the letterings.
Yeah, to me, I would consider it more, I get my influence from the punk scene. Like the definitely. Punk, metal, punk scene versus the hip hop versus like rap hip hop influence. Even though I put that more in my music.
So yeah, I'm definitely
as
more...
As far as style wise or like influence wise, for me, it's punk.
Well, growing up in the side of San Jose where I did, you had to be more of the hip hop. You didn't have to be, but it's just the path to go through is more of the hip hop thug style. But I chilled at skate parks a lot, and I was like 50-50, you know. I was influenced a lot by the punk rock scene, but I still had to keep that hip hop, keep that hip hop influence.
Keep it veterano.
Yeah, keep it veteran.
What about how do you feel, or what do you think about the rules of graffiti? Do you feel that there should be rules? Are there rules? If there are, what are your standards of graffiti?
I wouldn't necessarily say there's rules, but I'd say there's morals and respect to certain shit. You gotta know your morals just in general life.
Just everyday,
how you carry yourself and stuff.
With just regular, everyday people.
And then once you really know your morals like that, you'll figure out the respect part. But the whole rules and you gotta do this and you gotta do that and this versus that and this is legal and that's not, like, all that shit's bullshit, bro.
I agree.
All that shit's bullshit. Graffiti was made by the misfits to abide and go against the law, and not in like breaking the law terms, but being a rebel, being against something. So adding rules to it, you're not being against something. You're trying to, how do you say it? Institutionalize kind of the way graffiti is.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I mean, if I could explain it better, I would, but that's really all I could say, I guess. For the moment, you know?
Yeah. But, what about any crazy chase stories that you ever had? Anything crazy happen? while you were out there?
I can't say I really had a super crazy experiences like that, bro. A lot of people tell me, I've been to a lot of spots where people tell me that they've got chased out and they've had the worst experience. And I've never had an issue. I've had like some gay ass shit happen, but not nothing. Like I could say like the craziest gay ass shit that happened was I fell asleep in my buddy's car while they were painting. And then the cops rolled up and I got hemmed up for it, you know? But they couldn't prove the paint was mine in the car. They searched the car because the car wasn't in my name or registered to me, so. But that's the gayest shit that's happened. Other than
police,
that, yeah. Other than
police
that,
harassment.
Yeah, police harassment. Other than that, like I've been pretty solid.
You've been lucky.
I've seen. I was walking with my cousin one time at a yard in San Jose, and I seen two crews fucking catching fades, and we just sat there from a distance and watched it. We're like, damn, you know.
Well, that's San Jose, man.
Yeah.
San Jose's fucking real. It's fucking like, just any city life. City riders are more territorial.
Definitely.
Where you will get stabbed or fucking shot at. That's I feel another little difference of the Central Valley and the Bay Area.
Yeah, the Bay Area, there's a lot of tag banging.
It's a lot of tag banging.
A lot of tag banging for sure.
When I feel like out there you'll get dissed and you just have to ignore it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean not really ignore it, but if you get dissed by a bigger crew that's already known for a fucking ruckus, then yeah, you might as well just not try it.
I feel like you just can't take it too personal in the Bay Area when someone goes over you, just because that's just what's gonna happen. There's a million and one plus one riders versus I here, which is our numbers are a lot smaller. I feel there's a little more breathing room for spots to paint than out there.
Definitely. Out here your shit will run for sure. Out there, even if it's a runner spot, you gotta be like an OG for them to not go over you. Because somebody's gonna go over you. And over there, a chill spot's a chill spot, so don't expect your shit to run for more than fucking a week, if anything, you know?
What about, have you been outside of this general area? Where have you been, like, travel-wise?
Well, growing up in San Jose, I was a little different. I wasn't in San Jose a lot. I mean, I was there throughout the whole school year and shit, but every time I had a chance for any like long vacation, I would take off to LA, and I'd spend my whole summers there. Just would spend my, like I said, summers there with my cousin. He'd take me around. He'd introduce me to a lot of skaters, a lot of different riders, a lot of the BMW crew. Shout out BMW. Yeah, but a few of the BAMC cats.
Yeah, been to LA, right?
Yeah.
That's another whole different scene.
That's a whole nother different scene.
Ways.
Yeah, for sure.
California is so long. Just this different areas. I can't say it's like a California style, because these areas, these major cities have way different styles.
Yeah, LA has its own
different
style
type of
sure.
moving. But the way you move is even different. Yeah. The way you talk.
The way you talk, the way you move, the way you dress, the way you act, everything. I like the LA scene. The LA scene's popping. It's lit. If you're one of the main heavy hitters, you're up for sure everywhere. There's a lot of motherfuckers that ride out there. All kinds of people, all kinds of crews, all kinds of everything. But the ones that are really up, they'll stand out from the rest for sure. For sure. kind of the same rules as the bet. You know, you gotta know your morals and shit.
Yeah, know what
you gotta know
what neighborhoods you are, because you have to worry about the gang bangers.
Out there in LA, you will get stabbed or shot or chased for sure.
Same thing, San Jose too.
Lightweight, San Jose niggas will.
Bro,
niggas will.
I had people run up on me.
Niggas will chase you out and feel content if you run away. You know what I mean? In LA, they'll chase you out and kill you, and they feel content.
Yeah, you're right. Goddamn cities, man.
Yeah.
That's usually when I go to whatever city I go to, I'll hit up someone from that town so they could, you know, guide me to make sure I'm not in the wrong neighborhoods and I'm not trespassing on theirs. You know what I mean? Kind of like a check-in. What do you think about mentorship and having a type of mentorship, or did you have one? Did you had an OG who schooled you, or did you do it all on your own pretty much and eventually met like-minded people?
I can't say I had a mentorship, because the way I see my come up, it was pretty fucked up, because nobody ever gave me a chance for anything, and everybody always doubted and shit. And I mean, my cousin kind of like, he gave me a structure of letters to work with, and then I just took it off from there, you know. I built from it. But nah, I didn't, like, I looked up to Lords a lot growing up in San Jose, but they were not really like,
they weren't around.
Not that they weren't around, they just really didn't show love unless you were from Lords, you know.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know, keep it like that, I guess. But and then I don't know, I had influence from a couple people, like not lettering wise, but just how to carry yourself in the game from a few people. But I never really had like a mentorship, or nobody like, you know what I mean, start with me and be with me till the spot I'm at right now.
Besides me? Until you met me, or what?
Yeah, then you guys came along for sure.
I was like, hop in my young grasshopper.
Went in that little wing.
I showed you this whole world of cudgy spots.
He took me under his little Nemo wing.
I say I brought you a more simpler way of life.
For sure. You put me on some you gave me some knowledge for sure. Gave me some knowledge for sure on not caring really about what everybody thinks.
The politics.
Or the politics, yeah.
The whole politics of all the heroin, of this whole scene. It's fucking annoying. What do you think about politics? Do you politic?
I used to be very opinionative and post a lot of dumb shit, but I'm changing my ways. I'm trying to be, I gotta remain humble, bro. Sometimes you know what I mean, you're humble too much, and then you start getting cocky, nigga, and your ego grows and shit. But you gotta learn to humble yourself and shit. You gotta go through it, bro. You gotta humble yourself a few times before you actually like there. And a lot of situations will humble you, not just you gotta humble yourself. A lot of situations will pop up that are gonna fuck you up, and you're gonna humble yourself.
Always remember to check that ego.
Exactly.
I get lost in it myself.
Exactly.
I get lost in it.
Exactly. You
have to check it every once in a while.
Checking my ego actually came from you, bro. That's what I was like.
What do you think of psychedelics? Have you ever done any?
Yeah, I've done them and I love them, bro. Best thing ever. I've been asking you for a while for shrooms too.
Fucking when
leaving me on red.
Bruh, I'm back in town, so I'm quarantined. I got nothing but time.
Yeah, I need some shrooms in me.
So yeah, we could definitely trip together pretty soon.
Yeah, I had my first experience was fucking amazing. I had a real psychedelic guy fucking help me get through it, you know. But
you had a guide.
I had a good guide, yeah, a very good guide.
Very good guide. I agree.
I had your mentor as my guide. You mentored him, I think.
He mentored me.
He mentored you?
Yeah, he showed me the world of psychedelics and like how to guide people and just the process of, you know, having a good ass experience.
Yeah, well, he guided me through the process, bro, and he's the one that fed me everything. You know, we're on our way to San Francisco for New Year's, and yeah, so he busts us out. He had a whole like ounce of shrooms or something. So we each ate an eighth, you know, on the road there. And I would say like that was like at the Altamont. And then right when I was on the Bay Bridge, I started feeling the shrooms hit me. It was fucking dope. It was hella cool. I was just looking at cars, flipping them off and all kinds of shit. And we started walking around the city and shit, and I told them like, hey, the shrooms are coming down, I feel like. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it was just a wave or something. I just felt like I wasn't high no more, so he gave me an acid tab.
Oh, he did mushrooms and acid?
He gave me half a tab, and I was like, fuck that, just give me the whole thing, bro, might as well, you know, like. And he's like, oh, this is gonna last like 12 hours, you sure? Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm cool. So I took the tab with whatever fucking powder I had in my mushroom bag and some fucking juice. We started walking down the Golden Gate Bridge, right? And that shit started kicking in. Instantly I got like tunnel vision. But then I started noticing that I thought everybody was looking at me.
You get very, when you go out in public, you get a very scary feeling, because it does always feel like everyone's just looking at you, staring, you know, they're not.
I seen moms with strollers looking at me, the baby in the stroller looking at me, kids running around looking at me, security guards looking at me, everybody was looking at me, I felt like. So I started getting like angry and panicky. I told my boy, I told Tuan, I was like, hey bro, I'm about to sock somebody, bro. Real shit. So they keep staring at me, and then he's like, he knew what I was going through already, because he said, nah, just relax, I know what you're going through, just follow me. So we get back to the end of the bridge, and there's like this lady selling shades and shit, her little stand, you know.
Yeah, so you got shades, right?
So he bought me these little round Ozzy Osbourne shades, and I put them on, and he said, all right, nobody could see you now.
You turn invisible.
And bro, I swear, like, I was like, cool. After that, it was like the best trip ever in the world. I remember on the way home, I told him like, hey dude, I don't want this shit to end.
you feel that like a universal consciousness, right? You feel connected to everything. The plants, people, all living creatures, all animals. You see them, you're like, fuck. You feel the connection to everything.
And like everything would stimulate, you know. Like on the ride home, it was nighttime, and like the lights, seeing the freeway full from far, all the lights and shit, all that shit looked cool. And then we got home to a disco ball, started watching Bickleberry. Fuck, it was off the hook.
For sure, things get insanely funny. Hella funny.
But yeah, I would say that psychedelics are good for you. Because after that, like, I slept hella good, bro. And, like,
you feel refreshed.
You feel
like
good.
A brain reboot.
Like, yeah.
A brain reboot, yeah, exactly. And you can breathe. You're like,
that stress in the back of your head is gone, for sure. Feel brand new again, like you just chugged the fucking coconut juice.
Yeah, I recommend psychedelics all the time.
That's the way to do it. Psychedelics and some concentrates and some flour, bro.
Yeah. But yeah. Any plans in the future of shenanigans? that you plan to do?
Shit, honestly, I got some low-key shit going on. I'll give you a little hint. Not a hint, but a little, like, teaser, you know? Like, I've been talking to a paint company lately, and I'm fucking working on trying to get an endorsement, bro. And it's looking good right now, because they reached out to me, to my graph page. And I thought it was boof-ass bullshit at first, you know? And I was like, y'all bluffing, this is boof, you know? Like, fake-ass page or whatever. And then they're like, no, this is not fake. And then they sent me like a link, and then it ended up being to their website and shit. And then from there they asked for my email, and I gave it to them, and then we've just been talking through emails. But hopefully this works out, bro. That'll be big.
Yeah,
that'll be cool.
A less worry, because you'll have paint. That's the most expense that we have. Is that
paint and good production, bro. Good production.
We don't get paid for this. All this is out of our pocket or free time. We don't make a living off this. Make $0. So it's always good to when like you get recognition like that. So hopefully that pans out.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah, this is pretty much it now. Any shout outs to any ending thoughts, shout outs to anyone out there listening in the interwebs?
Bro, shout out to all the homies, shout out to all the crews. You gotta tap in with Let's. Feel me? You gotta watch this video. Subscribe. Show some love. He's got a lot of fucking good content coming your way soon. He just had to take a little break and, you know, study up on his production, little editing skills, but now he's gonna come through with that fire. Y'all just gotta stay tuned.
Little by little, man. we push this out little by little. And that's it. We out.